How to shut down a human body when the world has ended. Law is a memory, and the guy with the crowbar wants your last can of beans. It's day 47. The grid's been dead for weeks. You're squatting in what used to be a pharmacy, clutching a dented can of peaches like it's the Holy Grail. Then you hear boots, heavy ones. The door creaks open. A silhouette fills the frame. Broad shoulders, scarred knuckles, breath that smells like regret and gasoline. He sees your peaches, you see his crowbar. Words won't work here. Fists might, but only if you know where to aim. Because in a world where hospitals are graveyards and 911 is a punchline, one wrong move means you're fertilizer. So let's talk anatomy. The 7 soft spots that turn a human body from threat to twitching heap. No honor, no rules, just biology, desperation, and survival. Soft spot 1, the eyes, nature's off switch. Start here, always. The eyes are 2 jelly-filled orbs connected to a nervous system that hates being touched. They're not armored, they're not tough, they're wet, fragile, and wired directly to the brain's panic button. You don't need strength, you need accuracy. Thumb, finger, car key, broken antenna, doesn't matter. Drive it in. The optic nerve sends a signal so overwhelming that the body shuts down everything else to deal with it. Vision goes dark, balance fails, pain floods the system like a dam breaking. The attacker's hands fly to his face, his weapon drops, his brain is screaming one thing: fix the eyes, forget everything else. You're already moving. Science says the eye has no pain receptors on the surface, but the surrounding tissue, oh it does. And when you compress the eyeball, the vagus nerve kicks in. Nausea, disorientation, sometimes vomiting. That crowbar guy, he's on his knees now, retching, clawing at his face. You grab the peaches, you leave. Survival isn't pretty, it's effective. Soft spot 2, the throat, the breathing tube you can collapse. He's still coming. Maybe he's got one good eye. Maybe he's too angry to quit. Fine, go for the throat. Not the neck, the throat. The trachea, that soft tube sitting right under the skin, unprotected. A sharp jab with your knuckles, a flashlight, a pipe, and the cartilage rings collapse inward. Suddenly, he can't breathe. The body panics. Oxygen drops. The brain diverts all resources to one task: get air. His arms go limp. His vision tunnels. He's choking on his own crushed airway. You don't need to kill him. You just need 10 seconds to run. Even if he survives, he's done fighting. He's gasping like a fish on asphalt, hands at his throat, eyes wide with fear. You're gone. The science? The trachea is held open by C-shaped cartilage rings. Collapse them, airflow stops. The vagus nerve compresses, heart rate drops, blood pressure plummets. The body thinks it's dying, because it is. Soft spot 3, the solar plexus, the nerve cluster that paralyzes. He's wheezing, but his buddy just walked in, bigger, meaner, holding a bat. You're out of time. Go for the solar plexus, that soft spot below the sternum, above the stomach. No ribs protecting it, just skin, fat, and underneath, a dense nerve cluster called the celiac plexus, the body's relay station for the diaphragm. Hit it hard, fist, elbow, knee, and the diaphragm spasms, breathing stops, not because the airway's blocked, but because the muscle controlling breathing just got short-circuited. He doubles over, his mouth opens, no sound. His lungs are frozen. His brain screams for oxygen, but the signal isn't getting through. You've got 5, maybe 10 seconds before his body reboots. Use them. Run, climb, hide. The science? The celiac plexus controls involuntary functions, digestion, breathing, heart rate. A sharp impact shockwaves through the network. The diaphragm locks. The vagus nerve fires. Temporary paralysis. But in a fight, 10 seconds is forever. Let's continue with soft spot 4, the jaw hinge, the knockout button.
Running isn't an option. You're cornered. He's close. You smell the rot on his breath. Go for the jaw hinge, the TMJ, where the jawbone connects to the skull, right in front of the ear. It's a shallow socket, weak, a sharp strike, a hook punch, an elbow, a headbutt, and the jaw dislocates. But that's not the prize. The prize is what's underneath, the trigeminal nerve. It's the largest cranial nerve, responsible for all facial sensation. Hit it hard, and the brain floods with pain signals, an overload. The entire nervous system just shuts down. Lights out. He drops. You've just triggered a knockout without needing heavyweight strength. Think about it. The jaw hinge is a lever. You're torquing the joint, twisting the skull, rattling the brain inside. The result? Concussion, disorientation, unconsciousness. The science is simple. The brain floats in cerebrospinal fluid. A rotational force like that twists it inside the skull. Neurons stretch, blood vessels can tear. The whole electrical system misfires. The brain's emergency protocol kicks in. Shut everything down. He's out. You're not. Pause. Soft spot 5, the knees, the joints that buckle. He's still standing. Maybe he's got a thick skull. Maybe he's high on adrenaline. Fine. Go low. Target the knees, specifically the lateral side, the outside of the knee joint. It's held together by ligaments, the LCL, meniscus, the ACL. They're strong in one direction, but you hit them from the side with a kick, a stomp, a piece of pipe, and they tear like wet paper. The joint buckles, the leg collapses. He's on the ground. A body can't fight if it can't stand, and a torn knee, that's months of healing, if he's lucky. The science again, the knee is a hinge joint. It's built to bend forward and backward, not side to side. A lateral strike forces it in a direction it was never built to handle. Ligaments snap, cartilage shreds. Gravity becomes your weapon. He's down. He is not getting up. And you're already 3 blocks away. Tone becomes darker, more serious. Soft spot 6, the base of the skull, the brainstem's weak spot. Let's get darker. You're not defending anymore. You're ending it. The base of the skull, right where the spine meets the brainstem. It regulates heartbeat, breathing, consciousness, and it is completely unprotected from behind. A sharp strike, a rifle butt, a rock, a hammer fist, an elbow drop, and the brainstem compresses. The signals stop. The body shuts down. Not unconscious, not stunned. Off. This isn't a fight move. This is a kill move. The science is absolute. The brainstem controls autonomic functions. You damage it, the body loses all regulation. Heart stops, breathing stops, the nervous system flatlines. There is no coming back from that. Use it only if your life absolutely depends on it, because once you cross this line, you're not the same person. You're something else, something that survived. And a final pragmatic shift in tone. And if all else fails, if you're outmatched, outsized, completely out of options, you go for the groin. Not because it's dishonorable, because it works. The testicles are packed with pain receptors, more than almost any other part of the body. They're external, unprotected, vulnerable. A kick, a knee, a grab and twist, and the pain is so overwhelming the body simply cannot function. The vagus nerve fires, blood pressure drops, nausea hits like a tidal wave, vision blurs. He's on the ground, curled in a ball, and you're gone. The science, pain signals from the groin travel through the spermatic plexus straight to the brain. That signal overrides everything else. The body enters a state of shock, adrenaline dumps. The fight is over. Not because he's unconscious, but because he physically cannot continue. And in a world where mercy is a luxury you can't afford, that's enough. Back to the pharmacy. The guy with the crowbar is on the floor, hands over his eyes, gasping. His buddy's outside, his knees shattered, screaming into the dirt. You pocket the can of peaches, you slip out the back. The sun's setting, the world's still dead, but you're not, because you knew where to aim. You knew the soft spots, the 7 places where biology beats brute force, where science becomes survival. There's no honor, no fairness, just anatomy, instinct, and the will to see tomorrow. Welcome to the new world. Class dismissed.